Do 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 do. Guys, welcome back to our Tuesday Takeover, where we cover a variety of reality TV news, but also pop culture news. And as you know, this morning it's been on fire with news. So we're just going to just jump right on in. But as always, drop your crowns and your elephants in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Love to always see that. Shout out to our moderators already in the building. Also, shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members, guys. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, you don't have to, but we appreciate your support. It helps us continue to grow and do all the things that we do here on the channel. Head on over to teamkempire.com/join. We're live on multiple platforms, including our TikTok. Hey, TikTok, we're live behind the scenes. And we're also live on Twitch and Twitter. We're live on TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live, of course, here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. And don't forget, guys, to subscribe to our other channel, Kempire Radio, where you get a visual version of our podcast. And yes, I know you all are waiting on me to talk more about my trip to Tennessee. I will be getting to that at some point this week. It's just been a busy week. I woke up this morning to news about Sheree and Martel confirming their relationship. But as you know, Tuesday Takeover went from being our 90-day Fiance recap to our TLC takeover. And then we, of course, would talk a lot about different shows on Discovery Plus. They're not paying me, but they should. And it went from that to talking about everything else that was going on reality TV, the Family Chantel. I literally was just trying to watch the Family Chantel's latest episode, and I'm checked out. You know, we did a whole separate report talking about Chantel and Pedro's divorce. I still don't believe it. I feel like it's a scheme set up by someone to make us watch season 5. And I'm not interested anymore. I'm definitely checked out, especially after last season. After last season, it was so good. And then we found out that the story was completely false. Completely false. So everything I see on this show, I feel like it's completely false. Speaking of completely false, I love a mama's boy. I don't know about you guys. This is another TLC show, I Love a Mama's Boy. I can't believe this is what, season 3? Right? Season 3? And I don't think it's season 4. But I feel like they've been churning out these seasons a lot. I Love a Mama's Boy. Why is Shakib still on this show? And his girlfriend, I went from liking her the first season that we were introduced to her to, girl, you're in on it when it comes to these reindeer games? What? Because now she's jealous of the girl that his mother was trying to set him up with. Like, that whole storyline seems so fake and fraudulent to me. And mind you, Matt's story is definitely fake and fraudulent, but I'm truly entertained. The mom is somewhat believable. Matt's mom might be a little cuckoo. Maybe. Oh, Amy, I have not gotten to Love in Paradise. It's just not enough time. Some of you guys send me all kinds of shows to watch. I just don't. I don't have the time because I'm watching so many other things and covering so many other stories. It's impossible sometimes to watch everything that you guys recommend or cover every story. I'm like, I can't cover every story, and no, I can't do a separate little video on. No. Okay. This is not TMZ over here. Yes, we have a lot of content, but I can't cover every single story. The staff is here, okay? The staff right now is here. But I understand, Amy. But I do actually want to get into Love in Paradise. I do want to get into Love in Paradise because Love in Paradise is greater than 90 Day Fiancé, but it's from the same producers. So maybe I'll check that out when I get a chance. No Married at First Sight, because you guys weren't showing up for Married at First Sight. Because I have very limited amount of time to cover certain shows, I've stopped covering Married at First Sight. Y'all weren't showing up. Why am I wasting my time? I can watch that on my own downtime. Why am I coming on here to recap a show y'all not coming to show up for? Let's be real. Time management. If there's something that you can learn from me, it's about managing your time properly. Okay? Brooklyn Star says this season might be good. Okay, I can't live off a fairy tale. I need to see if it's going to be good. Maybe we'll jump in. Maybe we won't. We shall see. All right. So is this understandable? I'm just saying, like that's no shade. It's real talk. Time management is important, especially doing what we do here. What stories do I cover before I cover another story? What shows do we recap before I recap another story? That's why this TLC takeover has changed from being TLC takeover to Tuesday takeover, where we're able to talk about other shows. All right, I'm not going to waste any more time because we have a lot to cover for our Tuesday takeover. If you're new here, this is where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. All right. All right. Okay, where do I begin? I'm not going to jump with EJ. Here we always talk about the ratings, things like that. But this morning, as I said to you before, there was breaking news in regards to Sheree confirming her relationship. I did a whole separate video on that, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. But before we get into the news, we'll talk about, okay, I love a mama's boy. Briefly, because there really isn't a lot to report. None of these couples do I believe is a real relationship. Yes, there are men out there that are mama's boys, and those relationships go way too far. These are very exaggerated, but Matt's mom is fully entertaining. She's fully entertaining. Maybe she was an actress in a past life or wanted to be an actress. I don't know, but I find her entertaining. When she got on that big old, I don't know what they call those motor thing, the motorbike. I don't know what it is. Or the four-wheeler, when she got on that and wrapped the rope around the tree to pull the tree out so she could see what her son was doing at the house that she built behind her house. I was like, y'all have gone way too far. ATV, thank you, Sheila. ATV, I couldn't think of the name. When she jumped on that, I said, okay, but this is what we expect from TLC. Okay, this is what we expect. 90 Day Fiancé, though, started to give us a little bit more real, and then it's jumped ship. 90 Day Fiancé, let's get into that. Oh, not them. No, not them, Lord. This season has to be the season of the Karen. Because not only did Thais and Patrick seen, I was like, okay, I thought we were done seeing the Karens on the show. Oh, no, we weren't. Patrick's mom makes an appearance. And where's the picture of Patrick's? I have so many windows open here, y'all. I had to pull a picture of Patrick's mom. Maybe I can find it here. Is it here? Oh, maybe it's, oh no, here it is. I got it, y'all. I got it. Patrick's mom. So this is Patrick Mum. As you know, I said Patrick is probably the only one on this cast that had a dynamic storyline, like his real history, his real life. I was like, okay, there's something here with Patrick. However, we met the mom this week, and I'm like, what in the Karen vibes that she was giving us this entire time? I was like, girl, that was Patrick's mom. That's his mom. But he's talked about the struggles that his mom has had over the years, the struggles that he's had over the years. I'm so bored with this season. I can't wait for this season to end. Congratulations to Guillermo and Cara. They were the first couple to get married on this season. I'm just like, I was happy for Guillermo. Made me cry when he was talking about his brother that just passed away. Like those moments are real. I really feel like all the relationships are real, but there are a lot of pre-produced moments. Okay. So congratulations to Cara and Guillermo. Beautiful couple. Word on the street is that she's pregnant. They kind of hinted and foreshadowed it during this last episode. This fake and phony couple, and they're not fake and phony. She really had a baby, 2 babies by this man. But all these pre-produced moments, her Karen moments, Temperature, that's probably his musical name. That can't be his real name. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Is he trying to get some sort of movie acting music career? I don't know. Temperatures is Kobe's friend. And so their storyline this past week is all about, oh, we're going to have you move to Ohio because, there's a community of, Africans that live there from Cameroon. And she accidentally finds him searching for 1-bedrooms on the iPad. Look, Kobe is not up for these acting moments because his tell is always him smiling because he can't fake it. And the fact that these two ended up getting pregnant while she was still living at home with her parents and they don't have a pot to piss in. Not to say that this doesn't happen in real life, because I'm sure you know people very much like these two fools. Joy says, "No, yeah, I was surprised. You'll be surprised though, where certain communities will migrate and they'll build up a community. You really would be surprised. Like, like in Massachusetts, like in Boston, there's a whole community of Cape Verdeans. I'm like, why they go to Massachusetts of all places? There's a large community of Cape Verdeans in Massachusetts. If you meet a Cape Verdean, you'll be like, wait, where do you live? Or where do you know, where are you from? And they'll probably be like, oh, I lived in Massachusetts. I lived in Boston. But all of those scenes when she found out that Temperature knew about her baby, I was just like, I'm so over this season. I can't just. I was hoping that this week they would just show us the preview for the tell all, because I'm just done. Real, Real Housewife says TLC is fraud adjacent. Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. But they've always sort of had that. But with 90 Day Fiance, and I think that's why 90 Day Fiance was so popular, was although there were weird people on the show, but we never really questioned the validity of the relationships, the validity of the scenes. It's become so pre-produced, especially this season. Like I'm just like, ugh, I can't even watch it. I watch it because I'm like, okay, we talk about it a little bit here on Tuesday Takeover. Bilal and Shida, I was hating on Bilal in the beginning. I still don't like Bilal, but Shida. So she finally agrees to do the prenup. She finally agrees to do the prenup, but she's like, okay, will he add, this whole having a baby? And he's like, oh, I don't know, blah blah blah. But he agrees finally to putting this down on paperwork. She had a conversation. She had a really, I have to say, the conversation that she had with his mother, I thought was authentic. I felt was real. But next week, when she sees her wedding dress that her sister-in-law made, and she's like, "Oh no, this is terror. This is not what I envisioned." Another pre-produced moment. Because in real life, I don't believe that's what would happen. I don't believe that was real, honestly. Like all of these moments, I'm just like, what is wrong? Another pre-produced moment. Oh, not that one. Even Mohammed, all of a sudden, Mohammed has a conversation with his mother, and I'm sure everyone was surprised that Mohammed was like, "Oh, Mohammed's mother was like, she agrees with Eve. She agrees with Eve." Okay, and now that because his mother changed her mind, he's changed his mind. And look, I watched last week's episode, and seeing them with the fight. Look, I love a ritual. I love all that kooky stuff. However, they know that he's Muslim. They know that that's not going to be cool with him. I feel like they've been trolling and trolling him and triggering him this entire season. We remember the last time the friends were around him, wearing the short stuff and the revealing clothes. I was like, you guys are just trying to trigger this man. You're trying to make this man upset. And I wasn't cool with that. So I felt like the fire situation was the same thing. But if these two, her being Native American and being more into the natural healing and all these spiritual things, if y'all didn't talk about religion and how you would raise children and things like that, then you got, I mean, look, and a lot of people don't, but more than ever, because you guys are coming from different worlds, literally different countries, different continents, that you should have these conversations. And then all of a sudden this week, oh, first of all, I could barely understand him. Like, not only is he whispering half the time, he should get into ASMR. If he's looking for work, Muhammad, you should get into ASMR. Oh, Eve. Oh, Eve. Like, he's a little scary. He's like, when you're that calm, it's a little scary and soft spoken. Like, even when I don't see the chemistry, I don't understand what is going on with Eve. I don't know what's going on with. You could tell she has low self esteem, but girl, like, come on, at your big age, it's like the charade of it all. The charade of it all. Another grown woman making poor choices. And I don't care about age differences or anything like that. But Eve, like you just come across desperate and sad. And look, Eve just posted recently on her Instagram that her son was diagnosed with another ailment. And look, we love your son and we wish you guys nothing but the best and we wish you happiness. But I just don't see it with you and Mohammed, not in the long term. Based on what we've seen, even with these pre-produced moments on 90 Day Fiance, sometimes you can see past all of that and be like, okay, there really is a love and a connection there. Like Cara and Guillermo. You feel like there is something there. I don't feel like there's something there. The same, I do feel like there's something there with Emily and Kobe. There's definitely something there between them, but it might be more sex than it is an actual relationship. And Kobe, you should know better. You're gonna have a full-on baby under someone else's roof, and a man that was already looking at you with the side eye, and we always telling you need to get up out that house, and we all think you should move to Ohio. At least you'll have, people that look like you. Tina Bean, thank you so much for the super chat. She says maybe Bilal's sister is a practical joker with that dress. I mean, she was in on the jokes. Remember at the top of the season, she was in on the jokes when it came to like, oh, we're gonna bring her to the old family house that needs a lot of work and the roof is falling in. She was all here for that too. So maybe it is a practical joke, and we'll see that next week. If it's a practical joke, I swear I might throw something at the TV. I swear I might throw something at the TV. Life with Leah says, I've been done with 90 Day Fiance and the Family Chantel. I have to say, I only, at first last season of the Family Chantel, I was like, oh, it started off slow, but then it got better. And we had those really like real moments we thought were real moments with Pedro. And then to find out that those are fake and lies. And now this season they're getting a divorce. They probably are getting a real divorce, but it's not for the reasons that they're telling us. Because none of the scenes that we've seen these last couple of weeks on the Family Chantel are believable to me. Her showing up to his work function and he's just standing there like this, and everyone's like, what's going on? Fake, fake. I can't wait for the real story to come out. And when the real story comes out, that's what we will be reporting on. And yes, I've seen the Rich Dollars. Is she dating Rich Dollars? And Chantel will do anything for fame, I think, at this point. So don't be surprised if you see Chantel on Love and Hip Hop. Speaking of Love and Hip Hop Miami and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta are going to be returning next month. They've just dropped the photos for the cast. The photos look great. I'm not getting back into Atlanta or Miami. Love and Hip Hop, that jumped ship years ago, and I stopped watching that. I stopped watching that a long time ago, just because they went on into being scripted television a long time ago. I miss the Jim Jones and those days of the Love and Hip Hop New York. I miss those days. It hasn't been the same since. That's just my opinion. All right, let's move on to some reality TV news, okay? All right, let me open up my screen because, okay, where do I begin? Okay, look, there's just so much news that I want to talk about. Yes, and Chrissy, Jim Jones and Chrissy. All right, where do I want to begin? Okay, we can start with Sheree, since I already posted a video on Sheree and Martel's relationship. Okay, so Real Housewives of Atlanta's new season was all about Sheree and her relationship with Prison Bae Tyrone. That story fell apart mid-season, even before the season started. That storyline fell apart. So now we're hearing this morning, everyone is waking up to video footage of Sheree talking about her relationship. That she's dating and having a good time with Martel. He's met her friends and family, all of that. Okay. Also, this morning, Carlos King took to social media to say Happy Tuesday. And he posted a photo of him and Sheree on the set of Nightcap with Carlos King. He said, this is his mood today. So it's just, to me, another hint that this is a fake and phony relationship. Sheree and Martel, I don't believe, is a real relationship. I really don't. I really don't. So I posted a video. So again, guys, if you wanted the full details, if you want to see the video, audio, all that stuff on Sheree talking about the relationship, I don't, just for time purposes, I'm not going to delve into that aspect of the relationship, but she is confirming that they're seeing each other. And all of you are like, girl, Martel of all people, with how many men there are in the world, Martel of all people. And she said she met them through a mutual friend. And I said, oh, who, Carlos King? That is a mutual friend. They both know him. Claire says Sheree must have called TMZ. Yeah, whoever was taking that video footage of them awkwardly maneuvering with each other, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing here. It was so awkward. It doesn't seem real. Some people believe, like, well, you know, in the beginning, really, sometimes it's awkward. Yeah, well. Tina says, I agree. Screams fake. Rose says a scheme that Carlos King set up for the bull. Just saying. Oh, Sheree. At least we got some. Look, what do you guys think about the hat? The She by Sheree hat. It's orange. It looks like it's good quality. I'm sure they come in multiple colors. No word on when they will be available to the general public. Maybe spring, summer, fall, 2023. I don't know. I don't know. Judge Justice, thank you so much for the super chat. She says she went from the bone collector to red flag collector. Sheree, focus on getting your company together. Agreed. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right. I'm gonna move on, Sheree, but move on from Sheree. But you guys will have an opportunity to call in and weigh in on the topic of your choice that we've covered today. But since we're talking about the Real Housewives, let's talk about Jen Shah. Okay. Oh my Lord. Jen Shah. Hold on. Let me move this over here, y'all. Just because there's so many topics to cover that I'm just like. I got Break My Soul in my head, y'all. I don't know about y'all. That song is like playing in my head right now. Says because Kim Burrell's in trouble again. And I have not covered the Kim Burrell story. For those that don't know who Kim Burrell is, she's a singer, gospel singer, preacher, minister. She was under fire this past week for some of the comments that she said to her congregation, calling them broke and all kinds of things. We didn't cover that story because I stopped covering Kim Burrell after she talked about gay people in her sermon. And I was like, oh girl. Hold on, y'all. Where's my mouse? Hold on. Do that. Well, and the reason why I was talking about Break My Soul, because she was in church this week talking about You Won't Break My Soul. I'm like, girl, it's not that type of party. Hold on, y'all. Why is this thing not working? I have way too many windows open. That's what it is. All right. Why is this not? Hold on, y'all. When you have technical difficulties during the live. If I can find my mouse. All right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole Jen Shah situation. Hold on. Why is this thing not? Hold on, y'all. When you have technical issues during the live. Why is this not? All right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, y'all. This thing is frozen on me. But you guys can hear me, though. Let me just get into that article. Let me just pull that up really quickly because I had everything set up. And then when things freeze and you restart, you lose everything. But it's okay. It's all right. Let me just pull this up. And this is from our friends over at Reality Blurb. So let me just pull that article up because I wanted to talk about that. And then we will be dropping the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts on some of these pop culture news and things like that. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly's like, never let them see you sweat. We're not sweating. We cool. It's a cool. Mind you, it was still warm here in New York City, but not as warm as the last couple of days. Let me just pull this article up here. I think it's over here. Here it is. All right. So this is coming from an interview that Emily D. Baker did with People magazine this past week. And she says the forfeiture allows for substituting of assets. So any assets that she owns can be forfeited to the government to cover the $6.5 million in forfeiture. Okay. And this is from former LA Deputy District Attorney and legal commentator Emily D. Baker. She explained to People. She also says that also depends on how much they took when they did the search warrant, because they had the right to grab money, property, things like that. While the government could already have taken a bit of Jen's money and property, they do have some money from Stuart Smith, her assistant, who was arrested alongside her in March of 2021. They also said that for some of it, she could be jointly and separately liable with Stewart, depending on if there's restitution. So it might be a split. Emily continued of Stewart, who pled guilty last year. She says there's a funny sentence in the plea deal that they could be jointly and separately liable together, and that would be very interesting because that would reduce it. But if she can't pay, there's not much she can do. It will always be there, and they can garnish any income. If she writes a book, they can garnish that. So after the forfeiture is done, they can go after any income. All right. They could even pursue Jen and Sheree's marital property. So Emily D. Baker continues. She says, things that are separate to him, no. But anything they share as a married couple, yes. And that could be his income and stuff like that. Most things are going to be considered marital property. So yes, this is their debt. So for those of you that have been saying, how come people aren't giving Coach or Coordinator Shah, as we love to call him, the same smoke? Well, the government's going to give him the same smoke because according to Emily D. Baker, he will also be liable for paying back this money as well. But it wouldn't surprise me that Jen Shah knew about these things, and probably part of the reason why she didn't own any property. She sold off some of her property before all of this happened. So it wouldn't surprise me that a lot of their stuff is separate. But according to Emily, she says most things are going to be considered marital property. So yes, this is their debt. It is in her name, but he's not going to be able to have marital property that's not a potential to be attached for this restitution. Okay. So even if the couple was to divorce, Emily said it wouldn't matter because this is now accumulated during their marriage. Whew. According to other reports in regards to this, you may recall that both Heather Gay and Meredith were here in New York City with Jen Shah when she made this announcement. According to sources, they were blindsided by her decision. Remember, I did the report that weekend before. Meredith was like, in our country, people are innocent until proven guilty. Very true. Very true. And then come Monday, Jen Shah pleads guilty. It will be interesting to see how all this will play out. But at this point, Jen Shah owes the government millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars. And this is millions of dollars that needs to be paid back to victims who are, suffering right now because they're not able to pay their bills because they were bamboozled by Jen Shah. Okay. All right. What's the next story that I wanted to cover? Let me just open my notes. All right. Let's talk about the ratings. Luckily, let's talk about the ratings. So, every single Tuesday Takeover, we talk about the ratings for The Real Housewives and the ratings for Married to Medicine and, Love and Marriage DC, all that stuff. So the ratings for Married to Medicine came out. Let me share my screen. Okay, so the Love and Marriage, well, not Love and Marriage, sorry, Married to Medicine ratings came out, and not bad, not bad. They're up this week with over 740,000 viewers. This is a season high, according to our friends over at TV Deets. In regards to the ratings for RHOA, they also are up this week. It's not their season high, but it is a season high, very close to what they achieved with the one, I think it's like over 1 million viewers a few weeks ago. Well, now they're up again, 987,000 viewers. Not bad. Not bad. At least we see growth. At least we see growth. All right. Okay. So those are the ratings for Sunday night that we get from RHOA and Married to Medicine. I'm glad to see that Married to Medicine is starting to live up to what you guys have always been saying about the show. Since we're talking about the Real Housewives, Carlos King. So we were just talking about Carlos King in our last video and saying that he's the man behind the whole Sheree and Martel relationship. Okay. And Chocolate Chunks, I think these recaps are helping those ratings. I mean, I don't know if it's the things that help them the most, but content creators talking about these shows, it's free promotion for these shows. It turns people back onto the show that may have been checked out. These networks can't deny it. They can't deny it. They're watching it too. And I'm talking about all content creators, not just myself. So let me share this. So Carlos King is taking shots at the Real Housewives of Dubai, who are here in New York City. So word on the street, I already told y'all, they're filming their reunion this week. Okay, so quite a few of the Real Housewives of Dubai ladies are here. All right. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry says, this season is toxic. I'm not watching the show, just your reviews. I love when you guys say that. I'm sure that networks don't, but I love when you guys say it. That means we're far more entertaining. So thank you for that. So our friends over at Queens of Bravo posted this, but listen to this clip.
Housewives of Dubai.
Right.
Which I like to say the Real Housewives of Bye-Bye. Because for me, those women studied every single housewife. And it's hard for me to get into them because I don't think they're being themselves. What do y'all think?
Okay, I've only seen maybe 1.5 episodes. The only thing that stands out to me is the model girl.
Same.
Right, but I
Chanel
think he's
Ion.
talking about her. I feel like
but I feel like
Chanel.
Okay, yes.
She's the main
but I feel
one.
like she's at least entertaining to watch. The others is like paint drying, right? So she keeps me. I'm
Robin,
looking for
be
her
quiet.
for the next scene. So I will give her that.
Y'all, we about to be clips. They gonna clip this up. Oh, jeez.
Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Dubai.
And I know everyone's going to be like, oh, Carlos is a hater. Carlos is a hater. I mean, it is giving hater vibes because Carlos continuously talks about these shows on multiple platforms and in multiple interviews. But look, people are asking him the questions. People are giving him light. But Carlos, as I said before, I hope you're ready for the backlash, because very much like Andy Cohen became the face of Bravo, if you want to become the face of all of this stuff, you're gonna get the heat. But I think he's ready for the heat. All right. But I just find it so interesting how people are so heavily critical of Dubai and forget some of these Real Housewives, some of these reality TV shows first seasons are always a little, it's a buildup. It's a buildup. And I agree with them. There are some of these housewives on these shows that have watched, and Potomac, we could talk about you guys too. You guys didn't find your stride until maybe like season 3. Okay. And the ratings didn't start rating until recently. So we love Potomac, and I've been watching since the beginning, but come on now. Let's not pretend like your season was like out there and then people weren't being critical of your season. How quickly they forget. Gemi says it takes a while to build. Yes, and it also takes a while for these housewives to get comfortable being in front of a camera, sharing their lives. And I think because someone like Chanel Ion, yeah, some people have accused Chanel Ion of studying the housewives and being very, very familiar with the housewives. I mean, at this point, that's hard to ignore. That's hard to be like, oh, I've never seen it before. It's hard to say that you're not influenced or seen how this is played out because it's been playing out for almost 20 years. Okay. It's been playing out for 20 years. Exactly. Trauma Queen says everyone hated Potomac season 1. But word on the street, you didn't hear this from me. Word on the street, a season 2 has already been confirmed for Dubai. Oh, child. I can't wait to this week's episode of the Real Housewives of Dubai. No word. Have the Housewives of Dubai responded to Carlos at this point? Because they're not ones to waver. Reese says, why couldn't Andy fly to Dubai? Well, for word on the street, I've heard that there have been a lot of things that have been edited out of the Real Housewives of Dubai. According to sources, there have been a lot of things edited out because they can't do what they do here in the States on the Real Housewives of Dubai. They will get cited. They will get in trouble. This is one of the things that we talked about before the show even started airing. That remains true. No matter how they want to be like, the glitz, the glam, it's Dubai. Welcome. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things, but there's a lot of things that they can get in trouble with that they can't put on the show. So I already kind of knew that they were going to do the reunion here in the States just because there's no way that they were going to be able to do it there. Gustav said they will get arrested. What happened to the Real Housewives of Lagos? No, the Real Housewives of Lagos happened, but it's not available here in the States. It's not available here in the States. That's on Showmax. But I'm sure you can find it on the internet. Okay. All right. We talked about Carlos, and thank you all for being here. We have over 1,200 people. You guys have been rocking hard with me, even with technical issues. I appreciate that because you guys understand that this is a one-man show. But you're here with me, rocking with me on your lunch break, or you're chilling out at home, taking care of your kids, or cooking dinner, lunch. I appreciate that. All right. So we covered that. We covered Carlos talking about the housewives. Let's talk about, oh God, this woman. She works my nerves. Shout out to our friends at All About the Real Housewives. So as you can see here, this is Diana Jenkins, Lisa Rinna, and Erika Jayne in Hawaii. Okay, they were all in Hawaii, and you may have seen it last night. I posted a video of them arriving home. Okay, so see Erika Jayne? Okay, see them? See that one? Lord, I don't know what's happening here. This is them on their way home. All right, so let me post up my photo. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Woo, child. Page 6 has the exclusive footage of Erika Jayne being served at LAX after spending a week-long vacation in Hawaii with Lisa Rinna. Take it, Erika. Take it. Let me shake your head, girl. So she was served at LAX after spending a week-long vacation with her girls, Diana Jenkins, Madam Diana New Money Jenkins, and Lisa Rinna. And Lisa Rinna was literally right there when she was served with 2 hefty documents in this $50 million lawsuit, racketeering lawsuit from Jay Edelson. As you know, Jay Edelson had, we've covered this lawsuit and lawsuits against Erika Jayne for a while. So as she says on this episode, on this season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she said multiple times, this is a time to laugh. All that stuff is done and over. Let's move on. No, literally, she just got served. She just got served. The season is wrapped and she just got served yesterday. for this racketeering, $50 million racketeering lawsuit from Jay Ellison. Because they said that she was, quote, a front woman for Tom Girardi's scams. What's there more to say about this situation? Nothing, because it's still ongoing. It's still ongoing. Tiana, thank you so much for the super chat. Tiana says Rinna looked like a little Chucky doll from afar. I know, that hair, that face. All right. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting our channel. We will be dropping the call-in link. I know we are running a little bit behind because, technical difficulties, but here we are. Yeah, Samara says those legal documents are alarming. And guys, be sure to check out our friends over at the Bravo Docket. They're going to talk more about this, but they have talked about this lawsuit previously before. We're not going into great detail just because of time, but this was a situation for her. Kiana says, Ish got real. It really did. All right. Let's get to, let me see. Where are we with likes? Guys, let's get to, we have over 1,200 people. Let's get to 600 likes. Let's get to 600 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but also other channels that talk about similar topics. This is our Tuesday Takeover, where we talk about a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. Let me get into this other story that I wanted to cover, but my window's closed out. So give me a second so I can pull it back up. Let me pull it back up. The article that I wanted to talk about. Hold on, y'all. And this is about Keke Palmer. Okay, so Keke Palmer, she's been in the business for a very long time. But over the weekend, there was a lot of people pointing out, because she was in Jordan Peele's new movie, the Nope movie. And it did very well, $44 million in the weekend alone. Jordan Peele is doing the damn thing. All right. But a lot of people are saying, okay, this is all well and good. This is awesome. Sidebar. Wait, before we get into this story, I just want to say this. The Black Panther trailer came out and it looks amazing. I can't wait. This is not coming out till November. Mr. Kugler, you are amazing. Okay. Based on what we saw just from the trailer, I'm like, I cannot wait. If you don't remember the Wakanda love, the love affair that happened when the first movie came out, I think everyone should buckle up. I think this is just going to be another huge hit. Just speaking of movies. Okay, so Keke Palmer. Over the weekend, a lot of people were saying that Keke Palmer should have had a larger career. And they cited colorism. Well, Keke Palmer is now addressing that. Okay, she's now addressing that and in her Instagram posts. And do I have it on here? Hold on, y'all. I have way too many windows open. This was the problem before. But it's okay. We're going to be all right. Let me just pull up her tweet. So Keke Palmer's addressing the conversation that was being had over the weekend in regards to saying that colorism in Hollywood is the reason why Keke Palmer hasn't had the career that everyone believes that she should have had. Well, Keke's saying, well, here's my credentials. I have been doing the damn thing for a long time. Okay. Hold on. Let me close these things out. This is live, y'all. So Keke posted this on her Twitter, addressing everyone saying that, she should have had a bigger career. And she's like, all right, my career is just fine. She says, a great example of colorism is to believe I can be compared to anyone. I'm the youngest talk show host ever, the first Black woman to star in her own show on Nickelodeon, and the youngest and first Black Cinderella on Broadway. I'm an incomparable talent. Baby, this is Keke Palmer. I'm going to continue. She said, I've been a leading lady since I was 11 years old. You remember Akilah and the Bee? Just saying. I have over 100 plus credits and currently starring in an original screenplay that's the #1 film at the box office. Hashtag nope. I've had a blessed career thus far. I couldn't ask for more, but God continues to surprise me. All right, Keke. I mean, I agree with her, but I also believe that colorism does play a part in Hollywood. Matthew Knowles talked about this when it came to the music industry and why Beyonce's career, partly why Beyonce's career has been so big. There is a level of colorism, but I love what Keke is saying here. Is she's saying that, you know what, me believing that I could be compared to anyone is taking away from what I've already achieved and what she's achieved. Keke is a talent. Not only she's a phenomenal actress and comedic actress too, she's also a talented singer. I mean, the music career hasn't been hitting the way that she would want it to. I mean, I'm a straight shooter. But she doesn't take away that she can sing her butt off and that she has had a music career and she's able to do music for fun because everything else is popping. So she's letting y'all know, don't worry about me. This is just the beginning. And also over the weekend that went viral was her acting as Angela Bassett. And she's like, Angela Bassett, it's all in the lips. It's all in the lips. She is phenomenal. And it's not just the acting things that you see, the things that she's creating on social media with her characters. This is just the beginning for Keke. I know we've seen her a long time and we're like, oh. And I know a lot of people feel like maybe she has more talent than some of these actresses that people are comparing her to. I mean, she's phenomenal. She really is phenomenal. And this is why she's going to continue to be phenomenal, is that mindset. She's not allowing people's limiting beliefs and limiting narratives to stop her from achieving. She's not going to listen to say colorism is going to stop me. I'm going to still achieve more. I'm still going to break down some of these barriers that people believe are in front of me. Okay, Keke. Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure I want to cover all the stories that I wanted to talk about. I am going to drop the call-in link for our, okay, I thought if we hit a 600, I would just drop it for the general public. But since we haven't hit 600 likes yet, I'm going to drop it for our Team Kempire and Royal Court members on the community tab right now. So let me go there, guys. We have over 1,300 people in the building. Thank you all for being here for our Tuesday Takeover, where we talk about a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. Speaking of pop culture news, Adele is going to be returning to Las Vegas. So you may recall Adele, there was a lot of drama behind the scenes, creative differences behind Adele's her Las Vegas show. Okay. And it was seemingly canceled. Well, now they've announced new dates. It's going to be happening in Las Vegas. Just for those that wanted to get tickets and maybe have been disappointed. It literally was canceled right before the show was supposed to come and people had bought tickets and all things. Adele was on her social media crying. And then word on the street, she wasn't crying about the show cancel. She was crying about because of issues with her relationship. You know, that man she's dating. Okay. I'm happy it's happening. I'm not sure if I'm ready to buy tickets yet, though, Adele. No, I think she's a tourist. She's going to, when she commits to something, she's going to get it done. Okay? She's going to get it done. I love me some Adele, and I wouldn't mind seeing Adele in concert in Las Vegas. I mean, I've seen her in concert before, though. Right before she became huge, I saw her in concert, and I really haven't gone to see her in any of the stadiums, because I just don't feel like that's the same unless I'm like right here. I just don't like stadium shows. I love an intimate show. All right. All right. Okay, so there's another story that I want to cover. So we've covered Keke Palmer. We've covered all the things, right? There's one other story I want to talk about. Shahs of Sunset star Mike. Let me open that article because that also got closed down. Let me open that article. Hold on, y'all. Oh, Mike. Oh. Do you ever think that Mike was the reason why Shahs of Sunset was put on pause? It's pronounced Mike Shahid, right? Hold on. Let me just pull this down so we can get into this article. So, as you know, Shahs of Sunset was seemingly canceled, but we have seen photos of the cast filming for something, a new version of things. So there were rumors that the reason why it was canceled was because of Mike's recent arrest. But then there were people saying, no, that's not true. The reason why it was canceled, they just couldn't afford the show anymore. Like the budget just wasn't there for the show. This is what they were saying. But then there were other people that said, according close sources to Ryan Seacrest, who produces the show, claimed that the show simply ran its course. And a lot of you, when we were recapping it, said that the show had run its course. But I was still ready for another season. I just said they need to try to change it up. And this new iteration of Shahs of Sunset, I was like, no, these aren't the people that we wanted to come back. Gigi, Reza, and Mercedes. A lot of you were over Mike, though. But Mike is in trouble. All right. So, we reported on when Mike was arrested. Okay. He was arrested. This is what Page Six is reporting this morning in regards to his arrest and what he's facing right now. So, Shahs of Sunset star Mike Shahed was slapped with 14 criminal charges, including domestic violence. Los Angeles City Attorney Mike Furrer charged Shahed with various misdemeanors such as battery and unlawfully attempting to dissuade a witness from making a report, legal documents obtained by Page Six show. The reality star is also facing weapons charges, including criminal storage of a loaded firearm and possession of an assault weapon. What? The charges stem from his March 27th arrest for intimate partner violence with injury, Page Six exclusively reported at the time. It was unclear if the victim was Shahed's fiance, Paulina. You guys remember Paulina? Okay. Though the documents state that the victim was a 31-year-old female, Paulina turned 32 in June. The Bravo celebrity was booked around 1:05 a.m. local time on March 28th. Los Angeles Sheriff's Department court record showed Mike was arrested. He was charged with corporal injury on a spousal or cohabitant, which is a felony per the Sheriff's Department. Okay. About a week after the legal troubles began, Bravo canceled Shahs of Sunset after 9 seasons, with sources telling Page Six that it became, quote, too expensive to make, while a Ryan Seacrest production source claimed that the show simply ran its course. Without a reality series to air their drama, Paulina addressed her fiance's domestic violence arrest through her attorney. All right, stating this: we are working with the authorities to seek a just and fair outcome to this sad situation. Attorney Josh Ritter told Page Six in April, the family appreciates your space and respect for their privacy during this time. The pair, who have been an item since 2019, are still together and even took a trip to Mexico after Mike's altercation. They stayed at the Garza Blanca Resort and Spa, but sources told TMZ at the time that Shahed and Paulina barely spoke and did not engage in much PDA. So Mike is still up to the drama. A mess, a mess, a mess. I just realized there's another story that I wanted to talk about that I forgot to talk about. I wanted to talk about Teresa Giudice. Teresa Giudice might be getting her own reality show. Okay, a spinoff of sorts. Okay, a spinoff of sorts. Let me just pull this up. So this is a new report from our friends over at our Real Housewives of New Jersey Obsessed. They said allegedly Teresa will be getting a 4-episode wedding special. So there's been all kinds of rumors about her getting a spinoff. We covered a story where Carlos King said, the only current housewife that deserves a spinoff is Teresa Giudice and her girls. And we all said, we all were like, what? But we're not surprised. I don't think any of us are surprised that Bravo, because Teresa kept on saying that, no, you're not going to see her wedding, which is supposedly happening next month, that you're not going to see it on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. They're currently, I don't know if they're back yet. I don't know if they're back yet, but they were in Ireland over the weekend filming. Okay. So she said, no, that wasn't happening. So it seemed as if Bravo may have been on the fence, or maybe they were negotiating what this spinoff would be. But a 4-episode wedding special, okay. Just as long as it's not an entire show about Teresa, because we don't need it. I'm not even sure about the wedding special, to be honest with you. Like, who's supposed to be? Oh, it's making sense now. You may have noticed that there was another report that both Dolores and Jennifer Aiden were, they're going to be bridesmaids in this. So now it makes more and more sense. You're going to have those cast of characters on the show. I'm sure you're going to see Melissa. Melissa's still not going to be a bridesmaid. I'm sure that's going to play out on the spinoff as well. Are you guys going to watch it? Oh, Boxer Girl says snore. Oh, damn. Not one episode. Come on, we got to still see the buildup of this. We still got to see the buildup. Maybe a 3-parter, but from according and Real Housewives of New Jersey Obsessed, they're very close to the situation. So I believe them that this is happening. I believe they may have been negotiating the contracts for this show, and that's why nothing was confirmed, and why nothing has been confirmed just yet. But since I know producers are watching, I'm going to post in the live chat a poll. I'm going to post a poll because I want the producers to see, because we have over 1,300 people here. So let's do a poll. I'm going to go in the live chat. Let me go in the live chat. I'm going to do a poll. I want to see if you guys, based off of this poll, this is just a small audience of folks. You guys, I'm not going to even say this is New Jersey fans or New Jersey haters, because we're talking about a variety of topics here. Will you be watching Teresa's wedding special? Let's see. Yes, no, and I'll even put a maybe in there. I know I'm going to watch it because this is my job. So there's a different reason why I'm watching it. But like I said, I'm not interested in a full-on spinoff with Teresa and her girls and Louis. I can't believe that they're going to even make it down the aisle. I hope there is a prenup. I really hope there's a prenup. I really do. Oh, let me see. Oh, God. Let me just pull out this so I can see the pop out chat. Here we go. So I just want to see the damn. Already 200 something votes and 60% of it is no. All right, I'll go back to that in a second. We have quite a few people backstage. We appreciate all of you guys. If you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover. We're live on multiple platforms. TikTok, we see you guys, and we appreciate you being patient as well. We're also live on Twitch and Twitter. Yes. Gustav says, no prenups in the love bubble, Kempire. Damn. We're also live on TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on, of course, here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, it is a subscribers only live chat. We're almost at 150,000 subscribers here. Road to 1 million subscribers. All it takes sometimes is one video. I dwell in that possibility. Just saying. Be sure to check out some of the videos that you may have missed since yesterday. We had quite a few different stories, including an update on Wendy Williams and drama going on around her. And this morning's breaking news with Sheree Whitfield and that whole situation. Okay. Claire says, Teresa better sign the prenup to Louis. Thank you so much, Miss Nandy, for the super chat. She says, love Keke and Zendaya. Is it Zendaya or Zendaya? Zendaya, right? Anyways, Candy and Hold on, I froze for a second. Okay, Candy and Keke were very entertaining on Watch What Happens Live on Sunday. They definitely were. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. Sun says, who coined the phrase love bubble? I mean, I don't know. That people have used that term for a while. Teresa has overused it. Teresa has definitely overused it. Okay. All right. Let me start taking some callers because I don't want any more technical difficulties and I want to get through this the rest of this live. Unhinged. Look, unhinged. All right. We got Sebastian backstage and Team Kempire and Royal Court members. I posted the link on the community tab, so be sure to check it out there. Also, I will be posting the call-in link for everyone now. Did we hit our goal? Yes, we did. We're almost at 700 likes. Guys, let's get to 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes by our last caller here, Kendall. All right. But I am going to drop the call-in link, but let me just get to our Royal Court and our Team Kempire members of the channel first. Okay. Sebastian, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Sebastian?
Nothing much. First I want to say that I will definitely be watching Teresa's show. If we could give Portia Family Matters, which is adjacent to Love and Hip Hop, adjacent violence, we can give Teresa a chance too. And Sheree, I'll pray for you, Sheree. That's all I have to say for Sheree. And Erika Jayne, this is you want to hang with Madam? Well, you get served. That's what happens. Hang with Madam. And what is the other story you mentioned about? You mentioned something else. Shahs of Sunset it took its course a long time ago. And Kim Burrell, your soul was already broken once you started judging people. Okay, so your soul has been broken for a long time. That's it, Kempire. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Sebastian. Damn. I didn't even expect to cover the Kim Burrell story earlier today. I mean, I just lightly covered it, but here we are. All right. Tiana, I'm going to bring you up as well. What's going on, Tiana?
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay, so real quick, because I don't want that speech. Okay, real quick. So Martel and Sheree, one, we all know it's a storyline, but I'm really confused because let's just pretend this is real. Mm-hmm. Sheree has adult kids. Martel has a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old. So are these kids, are they just going to be running up and through the chateau? I mean, that's what makes me feel like, okay, this can't be real, because I would feel like if I was a woman of Sheree's age who had adult kids who were doing, off doing whatever, I don't want to deal with anyone who has 5? Yeah. You have 5 kids, or dealing with a man who has that many kids, and not even like her drama isn't going to come from Melanie. Because I'm telling you something, Melanie will put them kids on a Delta flight real quick to Atlanta. Here you go. Her drama is going to come from Ariane. And so I have to wonder, does Sheree have friends? Because Ariane's on Instagram Live. She's going off. She's saying all this stuff. It's like, I would feel like if I'm Ariane, so you gonna mess with me for all these years? You're not gonna get with me, but you gonna get with Sheree? And so all that venom is gonna be pointed to you. And so is that really the drama that you want at your age, at this stage at this stage? And then you're talking about, he's helping me with Sheree. He don't even got a builder's license. He can't even help himself. Martel can't even, look, post-divorce, Martel can't even help himself. It's so sad.
All no lies detected.
So that's it. Oh, and then Black Panther, I was like teary-eyed during the trailer, so I already know that movie is going to be heavy. But I'm actually I saw there was like a little clip in the trailer with Angela Bassett. Yeah. I'm really excited for, I think, this movie, for her to really unleash her acting. Because in the first movie, she just had a couple lines. She just had a few lines, but I feel like this one, it's a mother losing her son. So I feel like we're really going to see, this Angela Bassett.
Oh, she's going to get that Oscar.
So I'm excited. Okay. Y'all have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Tiana. Bye. And since Tiana hates it when after she comes on here, I'm going to say the speech. No. just be mindful of everyone that's waiting, guys. Be quick, to the point. We can't cover every topic. We already are running a little bit over than we normally would for our Tuesday takeover. So let's just be mindful. I am going to drop the call-in link for everyone right now. Guys, let's get to 1,000 likes if you haven't already liked the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but other channels that recap similar topics. Today is our Tuesday takeover, where we're covering reality TV news, and pop culture news. All right. I'm going to bring up In My Opinion next. What's going on? Oh, sorry. In My Opinion. What's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm blessed by the best. Let me tell you, Kempire. So the Black Panther movie, it's coming out right around my birthday. I've already told the husband that's going to be my week right there. I want the kids gone. I want the throne to myself. I told him he's going to have to cook for me. I cook for him all year round. He's going to have to cook for me. But I can't wait to go see it. Let me tell you, Sheree, baby. You went and found you a boy toy with more problems than the court system right now. Okay? Wrong road, sis. Wrong road. Carlos King, I'm going to need you to stay out these streets, okay? Because you can't talk about nobody right now. Okay? Just saying. Because the way stuff going on your Love and Marriage DC, and Monique airing you out, better keep your mouth closed, okay?
Oh.
Because allegedly, Monique said Carlos King duped her, but that's all right. She said she's going to give it to him. He was just trying to make reality TV.
Yeah, but just for clarity, for those that didn't see what Monique said, and this is from her Jasmine Brand interview, she basically said that, he sold it to her as if you're going to see another side of her, and it really became a show more focused on the other ladies and their drama, and the particular drama that they showed of her was the drama with Chris. So she wasn't happy about that.
Kempire, I love you.
Thank you.
I love watching the shows that you watch, but let me tell you something. I am so over TLC. I really am. Except for Seeking Sister Wives.
Now you know what?
Let me tell you something. Kempire, I'm telling you, I be looking at that show and I'm like, I'm amazed at how many of these men can brainwash these women into taking these women. Like, it's just amazing. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I even had to ask my husband. I was like, now how do these men brainwash these women to think they gonna all sleep with you? They ain't gonna sleep with each other, but they gonna be sisters, and they gonna have to share this one mate. Like, make that make sense. Like,
a lot of people have been telling me to get into that too. I just finding the time to watch all these shows and provide you guys with content. I wish y'all look.
Don't worry, Kempire. Look, if it wasn't for DVR, I wouldn't be able to watch it.
Exactly. All right.
You have a good day.
You calling in. You too. Bye. All right. TikTok, you guys should be able to hear everyone now. I apologize. When we restarted, it restarted the Bluetooth, so that's why you guys couldn't hear the callers, but I think you guys should be able to hear now. If you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday takeover. Be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, thank you to everyone that sends in Cash Apps, Venmos, PayPal, all of those things, and Super Chats. We appreciate you. We got a couple of Super Chats behind the scenes. Let me just say thank you. Candace, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, "What's worse, Love Bubble or Love Tank?" Love Bubble at this point. The way that she killed that during the season. Robin, thank you so much for the super chat. Robin says, "When the calls start coming in is the moment when it goes from Tuesday Takeover to Takedown Tuesday." Yeah, you're right. Jerry, thank you so much for the super chat. Jerry says Teresa is more violent than Portia. Teresa flips tables and push Andy on the couch. Give them both more spin-offs. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jerry. And thank you so much for the super chat. She says saying, I think we're gonna say hi and bye. Out off to dinner. Enjoy, Ann. Thank you so much for the super chat. Janice, thank you so much. She says, Kemp, you handled your tech issues like a professional today. Thank you. Oh, look. I mean, what am I going to do? Sit here and cry like it's not working and then end it? I mean, we could have done that, but thank God we didn't, because here we are still talking about some of your favorite news stories and reality shows. All right. Let's get some more callers that are behind the scenes. I'm going to bring up Kendall next. What's going on, Kendall?
Hey, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. Mine is Erika getting off that plane and getting those papers. I want to see when. Have you seen the other lawsuit, the $27 billion lawsuit
Oh my God,
that
no.
involves Bank of America and Merrill Lynch,
Oh, that came out this week.
Tom and Erika? It also lists Rick Hilton, and it also lists the agency and the scam of using this guy's $27 billion settlement, and they locked him out of his bank account, and they perpetrated a big whammy of buying the Spelling Manor with that money.
Wow.
I read through that. There was over 45 pages of document. I read through that. Read that.
Wow.
That would be.
I think you summarized it pretty well, but we're going to have to take a look at that. Wow.
Yeah, take a look at that. I think that you'd be really interested in that. And yeah, I hope this woman goes to jail. And I hope that Kyle and Mauricio, they knew ahead of time if they were involved in that, because Mauricio was one of the agents that helped go through this. Him and Rick Hilton's posted too. So they knew ahead of time. And all of Kyle's little, oh, but I didn't know, and batting her eyelashes. Yeah, it's all a big fraud.
Wow.
So,
well, it's all coming out.
I know. And the rest of the mess, I just love watching them. So you guys have a great day. And I just wanted to mention that. Take care.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Bye. There's so many lawsuits, but I did see that. I didn't get a chance to read on that recent $1 billion lawsuit that she was facing. I definitely have to take some time, and maybe next week we can talk about it here on Tuesday Takeover if I don't do a whole separate other video. Okay. Okay. Gabriella, I'm going to bring you up next for a quick comment. What's going on, Gabriella?
Hello. No, I don't do a French apple pie tonight because someone hates the apple. I can do the apple pie tonight because I say on the Discord chat, I do an apple pie. I can do an apple pie because someone on my home hates my apple. I can do an apple pie. But for
let's focus. When we call in, let's focus on the topic at hand. We can talk about.
We focus on the topic about from Erika. I was just flabbergasted when I see her face when she gets the paper, and when she holds her, hatred for the woman she gives her paper. And after we see a photo of her and Lisa Rinna with this face of desperation, I say, okay, the karma is coming. The karma is coming. And I answer yes for Sheree. I pray she finds the light. She by Sheree and stopped going with Martel. Oh, Carlos King, what you're doing is a murder of all of the dignity of all of women in the world. You don't do that to Sheree. If he set up that, it's just not good for her because she lose her images. She lose everything with this story. She goes with a married man from another show, and she never do her leggings and her pilate, her everything she don't do. She don't do her t-shirt. She don't do her leggings. She don't do need. We need Shipa Sheree. We don't need Martel with you. Please listen us. Stop with Martel. Please.
Okay. All right.
We are praying.
Thank you, Gabriella, for calling in. Au revoir.
Bye.
All right. We're going to take a couple more callers, guys. We have Marlo's brother coming up next. Oh, Lord. Not Marlo's brother. What's going on?
Hey, Kempire's Dewan.
I know who it is.
I had to change it because in the comments yesterday, they were like, this has to be Marlo's brother.
Does Marlo have a brother?
I think so, yeah. One actually was killed, I think, and then she has another brother, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had two quick points. One, I think that Sheree is a genius. I think that this is a good listen. I think it's a good marketing ploy. I'm telling you, I think it's a good marketing ploy. We know that the fashion show She by Sheree is going to be the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
By that night, she'll have the link dropped. Everybody is going to be running to that website and trying to purchase something. People are going to want something from, just to say, I bought something from She by Sheree. So that's exciting. I think she's delusional low with the relationship, or even if just for show. And then I just had a quick question. What are your thoughts? Because Marlo did later release that she did get in touch with her Real Housewives of Atlanta co-stars after the robbery, and in spite of what Kenya had posted on Twitter saying that she didn't. What are your thoughts on that?
Did she post receipts?
She didn't. Well, she didn't post any receipts, but she made a post kind of just saying, acknowledge everything that happened. And the very first line was, after I called my RHOA cast or whatever like that.
I mean, based on what we've seen of Marlo, I'm going to believe Kenya before I believe Marlo, just based off of credibility.
That's plausible. That's definitely plausible.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, why would Kenya? I know she is the moment, but why would she want to create that moment right now?
I'm
why would she say something that wasn't true? Unless she reached out to other castmates and they never informed Kenya. And then that other person that was a part of that investigation said they weren't supposed to talk about it. So did Marlo just admit that she violated what the police told her to do?
Good. I'm interested to see how it play out. I definitely know it'll be at the reunion. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Marlo's brother.
Take
care. Bye. All right, we're gonna take a couple more calls, guys, and then I'm gonna get out of here. We've got Mocha behind the scenes, and we got Florence. So I'm gonna bring up Mocha first. Hold on. What's going on, Mocha?
Hey, Kempire.
How are
Hey,
you?
Kempire fam. I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Oh, before I get it, thank you, mods, for all you do. Kempire can you hear me okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yeah. Over the last few weeks, Ariana has been taking shots at older women, talking a whole bunch of crap about older women. So now we know why those shots have been at Sheree, because they've been dating. So, but let me tell you, baby, Sheree is not the one for Ariana to mess with. She is not the one. So let's see how this plays out. Because if she tries to take shots at Sheree directly, Sheree is a beast. Sheree will go to Huntsville. Sheree will get some people. Because Sheree, I believe, is from Ohio as well. Sheree will get Pookie, Ray Ray, and their brother and them to come out on her. So, and Sheree will be going to Huntsville. So we'll see how that plays out. And it will play out on Instagram and YouTube. So I will be watching and kikiing and drinking some sweet tea. So with that, love you. Bye.
Bye. I had some good sweet tea when I was in Tennessee a few times. I was trying to be a connoisseur, so I had to try all the different places, even some homemade sweet tea. The homemade sweet tea beat out all of them. Just saying. I'll talk more about that on my podcast. Speaking of my podcast, guys, if you haven't subscribed, Kempire Radio on all major podcast platforms, but also subscribe to our Kempire Radio YouTube channel. That's where you will get a visual version of our podcast. We are over 8,000 subscribers, but we're trying to get to 10,000. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Mods, if we can post a link to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel in the live chat, thank you. All right. Florence, I'm going to bring up Florence next. What's going on, Florence?
Hey, I'm doing good. So I just have 2 comments. So the first one is on Erika. Erika did what you're supposed to do when you get caught. She didn't make a scene. She just grabbed the papers and kept moving. She never let them see us. We didn't get to see her sweat, because had she made a scene, of course, it would have been all over the blogs and it would have been really funny. So she did what you're supposed to do when when the cameras are rolling. My next comment is on Sheree. Sheree, we all know this is nothing but a storyline. But Sheree is a seasoned woman. And when you have a dry spell, sometimes you just need that back cracked. And I'm sure Martel is cracking it for her, because
So you believe it, Florence?
Well, I mean, she's had a little dry spell. I understand the struggle. You just sometimes, he's just popping that back, and I'm sure it feels good. I mean, he's fine. But anyways, you got to do what you got to do. But that's it. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. We do not judge you, the callers here. We do not judge the callers, but all right, Florence, thank you so much for calling in. All right. Kim says, but he's not the one, right? There's so many men that could break her back, but why that one? thank you all for being here. Thank you for all of you calling in. Thank you to our Team Kempire Royal Court members and keeping the lights on here at the studio, because as you can see, we need it sometimes. We need it. We need it so we can continue to upgrade, and so we can buy a producer and engineer that can help us when we have those types of issues. But it's okay. Live show, things happen. We appreciate your patience and being here throughout all of it. And thank you to everyone that sent in the super chat. We have a couple more super chats. Cece, thank you so much. She says, maybe Sheree is just having fun and getting some. I mean, that's the way she made it seem. That's the way she made it seem when she was talking to TMZ. But knowing Sheree, Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, yes, the way that Martel had his hand on Sheree's waist, you can tell he's familiar with it. I feel like we're seeing two different things. I feel like we are seeing two. Don't let me pull up this video. I feel like we are seeing two different things. Let me share my screen. I feel like we are seeing two different things. Hold on. Share screen. Hold on. This looks so awkward to me. Familiar from practicing. You're not telling me y'all didn't know that this man was behind them taking this video. Because if this is familiar, then y'all would assume that I've slept with all my female friends, and y'all know that didn't happen.
All the way out.
Because she just said familiar, but still awkward. How no? It looks intimate. Really? I mean, look, perception is a thing. This just seems, but okay, wait to the end. Wait to the end of this. See how she walks away? See how she walks away? There was no, like, there was no, none of that. But, you know, everyone thinks, Danielle's backstage. Hold on. Yes, Danielle.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Back to the video. If you see how his thumb is at the nape of her back, he's had that thumb there before. I don't know if he was booty popping on a handstand or if he was just hitting it from the back. He looked familiar. That hand gesture looked familiar. To your point, the turnaround does look a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But, is it staged? Yeah, because who is recording that?
TMZ got the exclusive.
Conveniently.
Just saying.
Conveniently. I watched that video a couple of times and I felt like he just looked comfortable. Because just think about Sheree. Sheree has been through a lot, and I don't see her allowing someone into her personal space like that.
She let a criminal.
Well, no. And that's my point. Meaning, when you first start dating someone, you're not that close. He's sweaty. His shirt is off. She has on her workout clothes. It's a lot of skin going on because of the workout clothes. It's hot. It's sweaty, and he's touching her. That is very comfortable. You don't normally do that when it's hot and sweaty outside. And we've had some hot days lately, and they're in the South with hot days. Come on, you got to think about all of it. You got to put the whole big picture together. It's hot. It's sweaty. That was too. What sweaty person do you want to touch?
This comment. Martel looked comfortable maybe because he's a hoe.
Okay, so let's take that comment right there. Sheree, he can be a hoe, but it's also sweaty. So why would you want someone touching you who's sweaty or you're sweaty? Because you're going to be like, ugh, get off me. Ugh, like, and move away.
Well, not if you're taking a photo to promote something.
And that's the other thing I thought about. I wonder if this is all just for promotion. And Martel might be able to give her a few ideas on how to get She by Sheree made with some. Hear me out, because I'm about to land it. They might have. Don't make that face. They might have some. She might have some iron-ons that she's going to put on some t-shirts and put on the website just to get something out there. Or he might make the kids work. He might be starting his own sweat factory. He got enough kids. He can start a whole sweatshop.
A sweat factory.
He can start a whole sweatshop and pay the kids. Coleslaw needs some money. Coleslaw got an extra kid. It could work. It could totally work.
An extra kid.
So here's the other question. Lonnie brought this up to me this morning. How is it that TMZ knew that Erika was getting served at the airport? Now, I want to believe that TMZ just hangs around LAX because you never know what you might run into.
They do.
And I think that's wise. You can just hang around LAX because you never know what you might run into. But it was very convenient. That's
They do hang out there, but you never know if they were tipped off too.
And that's what Lonnie was alluding. Lonnie was alluding that they were tipped off. But I think any paparazzi that hangs out at LAX is wise because you never know who you're going to get coming through LAX.
LAX? Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Celebrities.
It's LAX. So
yeah. Look, Robin says TMZ hangs out at the airport and the courthouse.
Because they're wise.
But speaking of TMZ hanging out, they literally caught Sheree in this area. It's not like she was in a popular area. You could see she was in Georgia. They randomly ran into Sheree. TMZ.
Where are our ATLians? What park is this, you guys? Where are our ATLians who can tell us what park this is? Because someone knows. Someone knows. That's not that
person. Was it? That's the one that's real suspect.
That's true. Because there's that one major park in LA, Cameron's Run or something that everyone goes to. Tipped off by a Diana. Who was Diana from Beverly Hills?
Diana Jenkins, because she was on the trip. She was on the trip with Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne.
Yeah. Well, we don't like Erika, so we don't have to talk about her. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
Bye. Look, you never know who's going to call in. You never know what people are going to say. Thank you to everyone that sends in a super chat. But let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Don't forget, we probably will be live tomorrow again at 12:30 p.m. Eastern for our College Hill recap. If there's a new episode. If not, then no. Stay tuned for more videos, guys. Don't forget, here on the channel, you get this is your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. This is our Tuesday Takeover, where we talk about a variety of reality TV news, and of course, pop culture news. Let's continue the conversation. I want to know, replay crew, your reaction to some of the stories, and a replay crew, I'll set up the timer where you guys are able to fast forward past the technical difficulties, or I'll just edit it out behind the scenes. So stay tuned for that. Thank you to everyone that sent in the super chat. Thank you to all of our Team Kempire and Royal Corp members. We appreciate you. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. Get our merch at houseofkempire.com. The Black Label merch is now available. Head on over there. Thank you to everyone that's been purchasing and sharing and liking and tagging me in those photos. I appreciate it. Let's continue with the stories, and I will see you guys later. Thank you to our moderators. Don't forget to show love to our moderators, everyone. Thank you to all of them. Someone said Carlos called TMZ. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Anyways, guys, let's get out of here. I'll talk to you guys. Hold on.
Later.
All right, let's get out of here.
Way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you wild cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? We let it go, we won't let it slide. It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, we won't let it slide. You're more than just a past, you're more than what you realize. We let it go, we won't let it slide. It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, we won't let it slide. You're more than just a past, you're more than what you realize. It's been way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you wild cause I love my safe space. The problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? know it doesn't feel right. When you let it go, you get more than inside you, more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. When you let it go, you get more than inside. It's hard to take the blame. I know it doesn't feel